Good morning, children. Now we will discuss the last part of motion in a plane, that is projectile motion. As you all know that motion in a plane is also known as motion in two dimension. Motion in two dimension. And the best example for motion in two dimension is projectile motion. So the best example of motion in two dimension is projectile motion. Now what do you mean by projectile and how will you say that motion is in two dimension? First of all, you must understand what is motion in one dimension. In motion in one dimension, velocity and acceleration acts along the same line. This is motion in one dimension, where velocity and acceleration acts along the same line. But say for example, motion in one dimension, I am giving you example of motion in one dimension. A car is moving on a straight road. Its velocity and acceleration both are acting along the same direction. If you throw an object vertically upwards, it will come down under the influence of gravity. That is also motion in one dimension. But what about motion in two dimension? Motion in two dimension means motion in two axes, two dimensions. So here velocity and acceleration acts along two axes simultaneously. Say for example, if you throw a chalk from the back of your class, it will come in the front, covering horizontal distance from the back of the class to the front and vertical height to which you have thrown the object. That is motion in two dimensions. So it is covering motion along y-axis as well as along x-axis. Similarly, when a football is kicked by the goalkeeper, it covers vertical height as well as horizontal distance. So this is motion in two dimension. It is moving along two axes, where velocity is in different direction and acceleration is also in different direction. So that is motion in two dimension. One more example I am taking. All these examples are of projectile motion. If you throw any object from the ground with an angle with the horizontal, say for example, I am throwing any object. There are two examples I am giving you. I am throwing this object at some angle, say initial velocity, and I am throwing any object horizontally along this direction. So this is also a projectile motion, this is also a projectile motion. This is figure 1, this is figure 2. This is height h. This is the height attained by the projectile. So when any object is projected at some angle with the horizontal, it is thrown horizontally, but it will also come downward. So if we neglect air friction and nature of the curvature of the path, then if both the objects are thrown from the same height, or both the objects are thrown from the same height simultaneously, they both will reach at the ground simultaneously. That is, they both will reach the ground in the same time. So these two are examples of projectile motion. So projectile motion involves motion along x-axis. Say this is along x-axis and this is along y-axis. Here you can see that velocity is acting upwards, but acceleration due to gravity is acting along this direction. This is acceleration due to gravity, and here at this point velocity on the curved part, velocity can be obtained by taking the tangent. So velocity at this point is in this direction. So velocity and acceleration are not acting along the same direction. So any motion in which velocity and acceleration are not acting along same direction and moving along two axes simultaneously, then it is motion in two dimensions. And the best example is projectile motion. So how will you define a projectile motion? So projectile motion, any object thrown at some angle with the horizontal is termed as projectile, and its motion is known as projectile motion. Here we have to assume that while reading the projectile motion, while learning the projectile motion, while gaining the concept of projectile motion, you must assume that air friction is neglected. Air friction is neglected. Curvature of the path is neglected, and no other force acting except gravitational force. So this is the projectile motion and its definition. I have given a certain example. If a cricketer hits a six and the ball crosses the boundary, then the point at which the ball is released from the bat and it goes outside the boundary, it covers a projectile path. It covers a parabolic path. This motion is known as projectile motion. We will discuss the parabolic path later. One more important thing, no force acts except gravitational force. On a projectile, and gravitational force always acts vertically downward, that is along y-axis. So how come the motion is along x-axis? Because force is acting only along y-axis, that means acceleration will be only along y-axis. It signifies that no acceleration along x-axis. There is no acceleration along x-axis. That means along x-axis, which is known as horizontal motion, because it covers horizontal distance, therefore the motion must have some velocity, because it has covered some horizontal distance also. So motion is with uniform velocity along horizontal or x-axis, whereas along vertical, because it has acceleration due to gravity acting as a force, so it has vertical motion with a variable velocity, because that is accelerated motion. So two axes, y-axis and x-axis in two dimensions, are having motion independent of each other, which is known as principle of independence of motion.